In the heart of a dense, ancient forest, far from any beaten path, lay a forgotten cemetery. Locals called it the Whispering Glade, not out of fear, but out of a strange sense of reverence. The story wasn't about ghosts or ghouls, but about something far more curious: the Moonlit Coffin. Legend has it that one particular coffin, exquisitely carved from a single massive oak tree, would appear only under the light of a full moon. It wasn't buried 6 feet under like the others. Instead, it rested peacefully atop a small moss-covered knoll, as if waiting for a visitor. Our story begins with a young botanist named Ilara. She wasn't a ghost hunter or a thrill seeker. She was a woman of science, driven by a deep love for the natural world. She had heard the tales of the Moonlit Coffin, but she dismissed them as folklore, a charming story to explain the unique flora that grew only in that part of the forest, rare phosphorescent flowers that bloomed only at night. Driven by her scientific curiosity, Ilara decided to camp near the Whispering Glade during the next full moon. She wanted to document the flowers, to understand the unique ecosystem. She set up her small tent, her equipment neatly laid out, her heart filled not with fear but with the excitement of discovery. As dusk settled, the forest came alive with a symphony of chirping crickets and rustling leaves. As the moon, full and brilliant, climbed higher in the sky, its silvery light filtered through the canopy, painting the forest floor in ethereal shades of blue and white. Ilara, peering through her binoculars from the edge of the clearing, watched as the mysterious flowers began to unfurl, their petals glowing with a soft, internal light. It was a breathtaking sight. Then her eyes were drawn to the knoll. At first, it was just a shadow, a trick of the light. But as the moon reached its zenith, the shadow solidified. There it was, the Moonlit Coffin. It was exactly as the stories described, large, ornate, and impossibly ancient. The carvings on its surface seemed to shimmer, depicting not scenes of sorrow, but of vibrant life, vines, flowers, and soaring birds. Ilara's scientific mind raced. Was it a hallucination? A phenomenon caused by the unique atmospheric conditions? She had to get a closer look. With her heart pounding a steady rhythm of awe and adrenaline, she slowly approached the knoll. The glowing flowers seemed to form a path, guiding her forward. The air was still and cool, filled with the sweet scent of night-blooming jasmine. As she stood before the coffin, she noticed something extraordinary. The carvings weren't just decorative, they were alive. Tiny, luminous mosses grew within the grooves of the wood, pulsing with a gentle light that mirrored the rhythm of a slow heartbeat. It wasn't macabre. It was beautiful, a perfect symbiosis of art and nature. Compelled by a force she couldn't explain, Ilara reached out and gently touched the lid. It wasn't cold, but warm, vibrating with a low, gentle hum. She expected it to be heavy, sealed shut by time and the elements. But to her astonishment, the lid slid aside with the slightest push, revealing the contents within. She braced herself, not knowing what to expect. But there was no skeleton, no dusty remains. Instead, the coffin was filled to the brim with rich, dark soil. And from that soil grew a single magnificent sapling. Its leaves were a deep, velvety green, and from its delicate branches hung small, bell-shaped flowers that chimed with an almost imperceptible, melodic sound whenever a gentle breeze passed. This wasn't a tomb, it was a cradle, a magnificent self-contained greenhouse, a vessel of life. The coffin, carved from an ancient mother tree, was now nurturing the next generation. The moonlight wasn't a spooky signal, it was a source of energy, a catalyst for this secret nocturnal growth. The whispers of the glade were the chimes of these magical flowers. Ilara realized the legend wasn't about an ending, but about a beginning. It was a story of renewal, of the endless, beautiful cycle of life, death, and rebirth that governs the natural world. The coffin was a testament to the idea that even in places we associate with endings, life finds the most ingenious ways to persevere and flourish. Overwhelmed with emotion, Elara sat by the coffin for the rest of the night, sketching the sapling and taking notes. She wasn't just a botanist anymore. She was a witness to a miracle. She understood that some things in the world weren't meant to be dissected and explained away, but to be cherished and protected. As the first rays of dawn painted the sky in hues of pink and orange, the coffin lid began to slowly slide shut on its own. The glowing flowers furled their petals, their light fading with the darkness. The sapling was safely enclosed once more, ready to continue its secret growth until the next full moon. The coffin itself seemed to fade, blending back into the shadows of the knoll, leaving only a faint impression in the moss. Elara packed up her camp, her heart full. She had found something far more valuable than a new species of flower. She had found a new perspective. She became the silent guardian of the whispering glade, visiting every full moon not as a scientist, but as a friend, watching over the magical cycle of the Moonlit Coffin. The story reminds us to look beyond our assumptions, to find the wonder hidden in plain sight. It teaches us that nature holds profound secrets, and that the greatest discoveries are often found not by conquering the unknown, but by quietly and respectfully observing it. The most beautiful mysteries are not those that scare us, but those that inspire us. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey to the Whispering Glade. If you enjoyed this story, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more tales of wonder and discovery. We'd love to have you in our community. Until next time, keep looking for the magic in the world around you.